This is white henbane, growing really nicely. I originally bought this, I thought it was black. I was supposed to have black henbane. The seeds turned out to be white henbane. My supplier got it kind of mixed up, but it's alright because I grew them last year. I grew the black last year. This is a little change up, and they're beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, these little things down along the side here, these are the seed pods. Those will fill up with seeds and they'll start to dry out. And once they start drying out and getting ready to open, I pick them all. That's how I gather the seeds from there. Anytime you see something, the way a flower puts out seeds is it becomes a flower first. See, and then the bees come in, fertilize. There's all the sexual organs of the plant right in there. And once it's fertilized, the flower dies off and a covering forms like an embryo, and it fills up with seeds and opens up. Over here we have Deadly Nightshade. This is definitely these Deadly Nightshades have definitely been through a lot this summer. Whoa. They were growing a lot more like this, very lush and green. They've already went through that cycle, so now they're just putting out berries left and right. Look at those beautiful berries. Be careful, they're deadly poisonous if you eat too many of them. Small amounts, I mean, I've eaten 1 to 2 berries and been totally fine. I said there are some drawbacks you want to avoid, but I would say don't eat these at all unless you're experienced in this field. And look how attractive they are. I just absolutely love growing them. Yeah. Look at these babies. Sometimes they get eaten by ants. All sorts of stuff come into my garden. I hate it. It drives me absolutely insane. Especially like, here's an angel's trumpet. I had this as the bud getting ready to flower, and the flies come right up and they just tear the thing apart and it falls to the ground. I get so pissed off. Seriously, I've like had to smash my table with my fist. I was so mad one time, but for the most part I keep it under control. There's another bud forming. As they put out more, you know, it's not the end of the world when one gets one. The Datura Meadle is the Indian Datura, and there's one flower about to come out. It was absolutely blooming before with tons of them, but these are the seed pods. See, they're not spiky. These are kind of deformed. They're not spiky like normal Datura seeds. Like over here we have Datura discolor, and see how spiky those babies are? They hurt too. And I have to put like bags because they split open and I can't get them in time, and all the seeds go falling to the ground. But when they bloom, they are gorgeous. This one's about to bloom, so I'll come out here and maybe make another video. And another one coming out. See how they just kind of come out and unfurl themselves. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful plant. This is probably my favorite of the thorn apples or daturas. Absolutely love this one. It's the sacred datura. And you find these in the southwest United States and Mexico. But they kind of turn purple. They don't open like the stramonium, where the stramonium are facing upwards. And I don't know if I have one over here. I don't think. See, these ones, when they bloom, they face upwards, so that when their seed pod is ripe, they just open up and you can kind of pluck them you can kind of pick them right off and just kind of snip the pot off and put it in a basket. But when they're hanging upside down, there's nothing you can do about gravity. So you got to put those little socks over there. They're bringing your attention over here. This is another one of my favorites. This is probably one of my favorites. I can't say this is my favorite, but it's one of my favorites. I just love all the belladonna plants, but this one is yellow belladonna. It's said that this belladonna was regarded as more potent in magical ceremony or magical works and ritual. If you were going to work with it, maybe cast a spell on someone or whatever, and these are probably the ones you want to do it with. They're said to be the most potent magically, and that doesn't mean that they're the most potent in alkaloids. It just means their properties spiritually are more potent. They're kind of a bitch to grow, though. They give you a lot of hard times, and man, I tell you, I could plant probably about 100 of these things, and maybe 1 or 2 of them will grow. But even when I use GA3, GA3 is gibberellic acid, which is a natural plant hormone. You just make a solution of it, concentrate it, put the seeds in for 24 hours or so, and they're much more, they germinate much easier at a more rapid rate and a better rate. Now, this right here is another kind of belladonna. This is Caucasica Belladonna. She's from, like the Russian area, the Caucasus. And they're very much like the regular Atropa Belladonna, but this is called Atropa Caucasica. Yeah. Now over here, excuse me, over here we have Indian Belladonna. Yeah, Atropa acuminata. They're very short. They have these short little buds. I love them. Actually, sometimes I just can't decide which one I love more of the belladonnas. I just love them all. They're great, beautiful plants. Look at the berries, much bigger than the normal Atropa Belladonna. These will turn black. These are just, formed. They all turn black when they're ripe. And last but not least, Turkmenistan Belladonna. Atropa komarovii. They all have very different qualities. You see, they have these rigid leaves, very pronounced with the texture of the leaves. Whereas these are just kind of like, much like the regular belladonna. And these are a little different. Much wider, maybe a little shorter, maybe. Kind of get the idea. I absolutely just love the way these berries really come out. Wait till they turn black. So also the Datura beetle is also called the Himalayan Datura because it grows in the Himalayas, and they've used it medicinally, and over there with Hinduism, one of the gods has this version of thorn apple on a necklace. I can't remember. I believe it's Shiva. And maybe Kali. Well, I would guess that Kali would be fond of this plant too, because it has the Saturn properties. This is my garden. whole garden right now. It's kind of downsized, a little bigger. I know it's a little messy too. Haven't had a chance to get to it. But when this comes out, I'll make another video and show you exactly what they look like, because they are gorgeous. Okay, that's it. Wrapping up here. You're just seeing my first video for poisonpath.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode.